Governor Hickenlooper headed to Washington to campaign against the Senate's version of the health care bill.
He was joined by Republican Governor John Kasich of Ohio. Our political specialist Sean Boyd following along. Sean, Republican leaders counted the heads and said, "We're short."
Yeah, they can only lose 2 Republicans, and there are right now 6 holdouts. Leaders say they'll make changes to the bill, get new analysis from the Congressional Budget Office, and take a vote after their 4th of July break, where they'll face plenty of pressure from constituents.
We've been calling this the unhealth care bill.
It's a political document. It doesn't have to do with health care.
Colorado's top 2 Democrats part of a marathon news conference in D.C. as the Colorado Medical Society and Hospital Association sounded an alarm here.
We call on the Senate to go back to the drawing board.
Their biggest concern, Medicaid. The bill doesn't cut it, but it slows its growth, with states picking up more of the tab. Under Obamacare, the program was expanded to include able-bodied adults without kids. In Colorado, 550,000 people were covered by Medicaid in 2010. Today, nearly 1.4 million are. The governor says the loss in federal dollars will mean about 600,000 Coloradans will likely lose coverage.
Governors would be in that difficult position, impossible position of trying to allocate resources where you know you're not going to have the coverage.
The Medicaid savings will help reduce the deficit by $320 billion. But Bennett told me he isn't cheering.
Because the way they're getting to those numbers is by slashing taxes on the wealthiest Americans and then slashing health care for poor people to pay for it.
Both he and the governor say they've reached out to Colorado's Republican Senator Cory Gardner, who helped draft the bill.
By hook or by crook, I will get a hold of him before there's any vote. I'll go camp out on his doorstep if I have to. It takes tremendous courage to step up. I think Cory Gardner's got that courage.
Senator Gardner wasn't available today for an interview, but he's told me in the past Medicaid is unsustainable, and if nothing is done, it won't be there for those who need it most. He's also argued insurers will continue to pull out of the markets and premiums skyrocket. The Congressional Budget Office says this bill will lower premiums by 30% in 3 years. I hope to have an interview with Senator Gardner this next week when he is back home.
Yes.